Back with another ladder race. It's been quite a while. I was off the bike for a while for vacations and just settling things back at home. So this is the first one back. I looked and it was 25 days since my last race, and pretty much 25 days since I've been on a bike. I'd gone out for a short mountain bike ride on Saturday, but legs are definitely not in race fitness mode. So lining up for this one against OTR Swagger, and we were looking at their chart coming in, and there came in with some heavy hitters. Pole Hill is a Sapphire, so two people, two categories up from us, and they also had two Amethysts, which are up from our highest riders, which were Platinum. We're mostly Platinum and Gold. So we went into this one knowing we didn't have a great shot at winning, but may as well race, have some fun, see what we can do. And with we know that sort of Pole Hill's not going to go too hard off the front because he's two categories up. His points would be halved. So if he were to win and get 10 points, that would become 5. But if he finished mid pack around fourth or so, then he would get 6 points, which only goes down to 3. So that it's much smaller delta if he finishes mid pack, but he's going to help them out. But still, they still have two strong riders in the Amethyst category. Pretty good slow-ish start. Just getting warmed up, which is great. I'm quite happy to do that. Watching their stream before I had started recording the audio for this one, it looked like they had a plan to go at one of the sprint banners here, sort of do a whole team attack, see who they could drop. So they were just kind of leading slowly into that. We're just kind of warming up. None of us were really confident in doing any long range breaks. Here I make a comment about keeping this pace up until the climbs, and then quickly they change course. But most of us managed to get back on. We lost Reed, which unfortunately it was his first race with us. Not a great introduction to get beat up on a tough course with lots of climbing. So we settle back in. Heart rates are up. Everyone's ready to go now. We have a little bit left to go before the climb starts. The climb's going to be the real difference maker. I guess it's one climb after another. I don't know whether you call it one climb or two climbs or just a continuous climb. There's two banners, but still it's a long climb. One of them is around 4.5 to 5 minutes. The other one is around 7.5 to 8 minutes at my level. So I know for a lot of people it's faster than that, but my level, that's what I generally do on these climbs. So going into the second one, I'm just holding on to my feather power up here because I'm going to need it. I also went with a really light climbing wheel because I felt where my fitness was after so many weeks off the bike, I would be hardest pressed to stay with groups on the climbs. So I was more worried about that than any of the flats or the downhills here. And we're just about to turn on the climb here. And pretty early on, we see the separations start to happen. So Lewis and Yoha, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name. They're quickly up off the front with Daniel from our team. And they sort of form a nice group of 3 up there. I'm sliding off the back here quite a bit. I'm struggling to keep up with that second group on the road. A second here, 2 seconds here. Heart rate's going up quite a bit. So now it's all of a sudden 4 seconds. This guy, I Hate Climbing, I think his name is Shane from listening to the stream. He makes the move to bridge. I follow him getting his draft. So now I'm back up with this group here, the second group on the road. So we settle in here. There's myself and Simon from our team, and then we've got 3 from the other group. Pole Hill, again, their strongest rider. Shane and Rick Keller, who have raced against a lot over the years in this either ladder or ZRL or other just other venues for racing. So we all get across this climb together. Rolling into the second part of the climb, just recovering. Luckily, I got another feather here. They don't seem interested in attacks. I think looking at their stream, it seemed that Pole Hill was happy to stay back and help with Shane and Rick, which makes sense again because of sort of the points situation where his points wouldn't count as full if he were to go too far up and win the race. So he hangs with these guys. Nice little downhill here before we start climbing again. The other group is well up. I don't think any of us are going to catch them. Well, Pole Hill could, but the rest, the other four of us in this group aren't going to catch. My goal here is to just hang in the climbs, get through the downhill, and try to survive till the last climb. Not trying to do any big moves, just trying to survive. Again, we were realistic with our chances, and I was realistic with my chances with given where I was with fitness, and given where this other team was much stronger across the board. So just trying to get a race in, get some action back in the legs, have some fun with the teammates. And yeah, so Pole Hill goes a little bit off the front, but nothing too serious here. We're getting up to the last steeper sections before the climb is over. We hit the downhill. So pretty soon here, so Simon's going to start putting in some power and making a little bit of a gap. We've got a little bit of a gap to they're back now. So we're going to hit these orange and red sections, and he's going to go, hits the feather. I'm just going to hang here. I'm not going to bridge and follow and bring everyone up to him. Pole Hill's starting to follow, but he doesn't want to gap his teammates too much. They're falling off the back. They're getting gapped 1 second, 2 second. I pull the front and then drop the power and just kind of do fake pacing here because I don't want to close that gap. Let Simon go out. He's got 7 seconds there. Let him go into the downhill, and then I'll let these guys catch. I don't want to be on the front bringing these guys back towards my teammate. If he's up front, he can go. Let them pull me back. Here I swing out, get into the super tuck. No gap. Rick's getting a gap, 1 second, 2 seconds. But I'm happy to let him go and get stuck in no man's land. It's another 15-second gap up to my teammate up the road. And if he wants to get it, he can get it. There, I'll sit in with these guys here. They want to bring me back up to Keller. Perfect. So I'm just happy to sit in. I'm sure they're going to try to play the numbers game. But I know whose attacks to follow, who's to not follow. So if Keller goes up the road, if Shane goes up the road, sure. But I'm not going to follow this Pole Hill attack. It's just, even if I were to hold his wheel, he would be able to destroy me in no time at all. So listening to the stream, they were trying to get me to bridge. They were thinking I would try to bridge, but it makes no sense. It would be just a dumb move to burn my matches to bring them back. So I'm going to sit here with them, try to sit in second wheel if I can. Third wheel sometimes gets 2 hearts to follow an attack. Just you have to go around one more rider. It's just that little bit of a couple milliseconds sometimes it can create that gap. So I will sit in second wheel, and then I can see if someone's attacking from third wheel, and it's easy to follow if someone's attacking off the front. So I'm just going to keep doing that, follow them to the climb, and then see what I can do there, see how I feel. We already see Pole Hill's almost caught up to my teammate up the road. So I'm just going to sit with these guys. They just kind of sit here. It seems Shane is doing all the work on the front, trying to conserve Rick's legs for the climb. They really good work as two teammates here. They played it well. On a side note, listening to the stream, it was a bit funny to hear another team kind of, I guess, talk shit when they're bringing in a much stronger team with riders that are well above our category. It's one thing to bring riders well above the category of your opponents, but then to talk shit during your stream is a bit I don't know, bit in poor taste. The thing with ladder is you choose the team, you don't know exactly which roster they're going to bring. So when we put in a challenge to Swagger, we didn't know they were going to throw in the guys out of our category. So one thing to do it, to talk shit about it, kind of poor taste. Talk shit about the other team. Yeah, not a good look, but I don't know, whatever. To each their own. If that's what they want to play, that's how they want to play. So here you can see Pole Hill's now he's just throwing crazy watts the whole climb, knowing that he'd be able to catch and pass Simon no problem. So here, just following these guys, they're not throwing in any attacks. I don't want to throw any attacks. I'm not sure how my legs are going to respond or my heart's going to respond to trying to sort of go a kilometer up the road solo, because there is still draft on the climb. It's not too steep. So you see when I get in the draft here, I'm still looking at like 14, 15, 16 watts savings. So it's kind of hard to try and make that big move. And I had a draft power up instead of a feather. If I had a feather, maybe I would have attacked a little bit further out, but with the draft, not knowing whether they had feather or not. So here, just throwing the draft just to try to, again, conserve some more energy before we get into the steeper points of the climb before the banner finish. Yeah, so here they go early. I think Rick was doing the lead out for his teammate. I'm trying to come across, doing what I can, but I just didn't have the sprint left in me at the end. Again, I think Zwift Racing app predicted me 7th. I finished 7th. So fair play, I guess. We all worked out. Daniel had a great race. He finished well above what he was expected and just stuck with those guys over the climb, which was amazing, given where they are category wise. So yeah, fun race. Win some, lose some. We lost this one, but again, wasn't really weren't really expecting a win, so not all that disappointed. So yeah, we'll see you at the next one. Hopefully not, it won't be 25 days between races next time.